do a U-turn. We'll get it down into first gear and just wake this thing up. Hello, Supercars in Seconds here. Today we've got a beautiful machine, a true automotive icon, an enthusiast's car at the highest level, the BMW M5 Competition. Now the Competition, I'll point you at the car. Look at this thing, just an animal. Obviously she's sitting lower. The Competition gets that carbon fiber roof there, which is beautiful. And the quality of everything, paintwork, leatherwork, we'll go through now in a moment, is really first class. You can hear she's been running, but I've got all the carbon fiber options on this one. And again, I like how they've added the little M colors to the striping there. The 360 camera system you'll see down here, totally different than a regular 5 Series BMW. Super aggressive. We have the new LEDs, of course, throughout, that really make this car a total statement when it's on the road. It's a beautiful color. And then we got the Silverstone, the lighter gray inside. So let's take a look inside the car. So opening the door here just reveals this lovely leather, the quality of everything. It's kind of like an aluminum finish here that almost looks like carbon fiber, and all the switch gear further down and so on. Of course, massaging seats. But look at the shape of this seat. God, I love this. To see the silver and black, the two colors mixed together, really make for a special interior. And it's amazing how huge these shoulder bolsters are. Look how big that is. It's really very impressive. Moving further down, you have your all your controls. Of course, you have to love a car that has a button for the exhaust pipes. And this is interesting. On a lot of the M cars, I can adjust how quickly the car changes gear. I can adjust the sensitivity of the transmission. Okay, so climbing into the rear seats here. Again, beautiful finish on this door. You'll see these little screens that pop up and down. Same thing back here. You'll see them pop in and out. But just beautifully done. It's really, really sharp. I love the M5 door plates. The seat belts, of course, have the M stripes as well. But let's climb inside here. Now that seat in front is set for me. And I've got, I don't know, probably 2 inches, 2.5, 3 inches in front of my legs. And I'm comfortable here. I'm sitting low, actually. It's rather nice. Let's pull this little center console down. Got a little button to open up cup holders in there. Rather nice. What's cool, though, is everything is leather wrapped and just beautifully finished. Again, nice glossy screens here for my control in the back, including heated rear seat, of course. More 12-volt power and so on down there. And again, from the back now, you can really see how sculpted that front seat is. I mean, look how big that is. Really a nice thing. And the black part on the back of the seat really makes it. Just a nice size car, as I mentioned. So size-wise, it's a great size for a sedan. She's 196 inches long, 75 inches wide, but only 58 inches high. And that makes for a really nice car to be in. You can really throw it around, but you've still got plenty of room for friends and family, etc. to be in the car with you. Great size trunk. We'll lift up the little button underneath here. There it goes. And up she comes. And a nice size. You can see the 40-20-40 split there. And some nice little storage bins either side of the trunk. Mini golf clubs, you know that. They do fit straight across there. As we get into the powertrain, a fun bit of info here about this. Of course, Bavarian Motorworks, I guess the Bayerische Motorkennwerk. This logo is a propeller spinning in a blue sky from their history in the aeroplane industry. Rather fun detail there. So I'll open this up, giving us this 4.4 litre 8-cylinder V8. And you'll notice that the induction here, the feeding for the turbochargers down in here. So like a lot of the cars today, they're putting the turbos in the V to just cut down on some spool time and just to make it the engine just much more efficient. I love it. Again, competition, so 617 horsepower, driving all 4 wheels, 553 pounds of torque is what dominates this experience, I think. That torque is just instant. There's no lag, 8 gears in the transmission, And again, the fun thing that we'll do now shortly is I'm going to take it from all-wheel drive that it is right now, and I'll show you how to put it into a two-wheel drive mode, and it just gets weird. The performance is nuts. Interesting setup on the wheels and tires. This, of course, is the Sport 4S, the Pilot Sport 4S from Michelin as the tire. But a 275/20 here with that huge 16-inch rotor. Look at that caliper. Again, I'll put my hand near it to give you an idea of the scale. It's a monster. I love the new keys, of course, that are all metallized. And again, we have those lovely M stripes on the side. So 275 tire here with a 285 tire here on the rear. So just slightly larger. And again, almost 15 inches on the rear brakes. That's really big for a rear brake. The car has been a sort of an icon since the 80s, really. They took the old BMW M1 engine at the time, which was that low-slung sports sort of supercar look to it, and put that engine into a 5 Series car. And it really has become the icon in the industry for that, I think. The AMG cars, of course, the big S cars from Audi and so on, all similar idea of a kind of an assassin in a silk suit. They've really sort of developed this whole sector of the market. This car's powerful. I love it. So this is the Competition, so that gets a little bit stiffer roll bar, slightly larger size. Steering seems faster too, which is nice. But the big deal is power, of course. You have the standard M5 would have 600 horsepower. There's a little bit extra, 617, which is a lot. 553 pounds of torque on a body that's 4,370 pounds. And of course, that makes a lot of sense. What's fun about it, I was talking to a great good customer of mine, Conrad down in South Florida. He has one of these cars and in the family, and they just love the thing. It came to one of our drag racing events that we host with Dimit, and it was crazy because, of course, this vehicle these days is all-wheel drive. I do have some modes that we'll mess around with in a minute where I can make it rear-wheel drive only, of course, with all that torque. It's just, you're constantly sideways. It's really a fabulous car. So driver's eye view, just a magnificent vehicle. It really is super state-of-the-art. The steering wheel, the quality of everything too. We still have that lovely famous M stitching, of course, these 3 colors mixed together around the edge of the steering wheel. And it's very big. Put my thumb there, you'll see how big the wheel is. It's nice size in your hand. After driving some of the Rolls-Royce cars, they're like tiny, so this feels really huge when you grab it. Now, I've got up here, you see it says DSC off and 2-wheel drive. So we're gonna go and have some fun now and see how she moves around compared to how it was a minute ago in 4-wheel drive. So I'm in the menus here, and I'm going to click it onto M setup and then push the little button down in the center. That'll take me into that. Then I'll go into configure M1, which is actually this button over here on the steering wheel, but we'll do this now. Click on that. And then I've got the MX drive here. It's illuminated red, so that's the one I can select. Again, I'll push down on the button. And now if you look, I can scroll it down to 2-wheel drive. And now what that gives me is just power going to the rear of the car. So let's take her out and see the difference. Okay, so we'll flip her around here and just hit it. Oh my God. Hysterical, completely hysterical. Again, I'll flip her around here, I'll do a U-turn, we'll get her down into first gear and just wake this thing up. Just total power slide. That's amazing control. I could actually steer it with my right foot there. Very, very impressive. Okay, so let's go down into old Batman's corner here. Just hit it. Man, impressive for a sedan. Gosh, have to brake a little bit into the corner. God, dead flat. Really, very, very impressive for a sedan. Wow. All right, let's hit it. Boy, it pushes on you just like a supercar does. Really quite impressive for a sedan. Got that great big 16-inch front rotor. Let's try him out. Ooh. Boy, scrub speed at an alarming rate. Very impressive brakes that have an amazing feel, really a nice pedal feel. And again, the steering, quite heavy, which is something that I really like. Maybe to the mode that we're in, but the steering is quite heavy. Just a fabulous car, this is. down at a speed that I couldn't even begin to tell you. Let's put it back into third here. Boy, the turning is so great for a big sedan. It hides its size incredibly well. You'd never know this was a sedan. You'd really swear it was a low-slung coupe. And then you've got 4 people and 4 sets of golf clubs in the back. It's really many cars in one. Really makes it one of the most capable cars on the road today, for sure. The steering, again, I'm going to go back to that one more time, is impressive because the electric racks normally don't have much feel. This, I can feel the road surface coming right up through my forearm. I'm sure that thicker wheel is a part of that. But I've really enjoyed this car. It gives you so much fun. And again, under 3 seconds to 60 miles an hour, a little over 6 seconds to 100. She's a powerful car, and it really has given me a lot of joy to drive it today. Great reversing camera there. You'll see again that you can then move it around the car. The 360 is really excellent. And I've got to be a bit careful. I'm reversing the car between a Bentley and a Rolls Royce. So I better not get it wrong. I better concentrate. Well, thanks for watching. That's the 2019 BMW M5 Competition. And this competition pack is really cool. Again, you get that Alcantara headliner up here. Of course, I lose the sunroof because we get the carbon fiber roof panel. And I kind of prefer that. I think it looks really cool. This big, just under 12-inch screen here is really nice. This is all cool how configurable it all is. It's really first class, and I can save information in the screen onto these M1 and M2 buttons and sort of like make it a shortcut to go into whatever mode that you choose. Please subscribe to the channel. I'd like you to be a part of this. We got a load of videos we've already done, so please go back through and check out some of the other cars. I'll catch up with you again soon. Thanks very much.